on the saddle for almost 8 hours. I had 4 breaks in between. That was total of 9 hours of my journey on the day one, and then second day, 7 hours on the saddle, 8 hours altogether. So when I came back, I could hardly walk properly or sit properly. It was very painful.
I
But
can
throughout my
imagine.
journey, I was thinking of you all. I was thinking of you all, that what can I share, if at all we discuss about this one. The purpose of this call is not about my work, but for us something to learn. And this is what I was thinking about you all when I was on the cycle for so many hours on the road, that there are good days and there are bad days. There are
Got
scary times. When I was going through all that, I was thinking I had a good weather and I had a very bad weather. I don't know if I can show, but my skin is all burnt from here. Although I was wearing full sleeves, but all this skin is burnt so badly because of the sunburn. And I had to face the rain, heavy rain downpour. I had my raincoat with me in my bag with my bicycle, but I was thinking that for me to stop, I was, as it is, by the time I stop, take out my raincoat, put it on, I will still get wet, and that stopping will delay my trip, as well as there was risk of I fall down once while getting off the bicycle. I fell once, and it was tough for me because my joints were all tied up, and to get off and on the bicycle was tough. So I thought, instead of me getting off, taking chance of slipping and falling again in the rain and hurting myself, I said, let me carry on. And I went with that same situation in rain, and it was cold. And then it was so hot and sunny. So this is what I was thinking about you all when I says, well, I discuss if it comes about my cycling. There was an experience that I've learned from it, that some days are really bad for us and some days are really good. The bad days is that when we have rejections from our clients, but bad days are those when we have situations where we don't get any lead, or we don't get anybody to do business with. But there are certain days where, like the other day, I don't know who told me that he made 2 calls and one of them was a lead for him. I forgot the person's name. One of our agent called that day, and there are certain days where we are really scared. Now we have bills to pay. How are we going to pay our bills? What's going to happen this month? What's going to happen next month? How I'm going to continue with this? Because our business is not constant income every single day. So what I had learned from this is that no matter what happens, you need to reach your destination. Don't worry about the journey. You have to understand that every day will not be an easy day for you. So all I was thinking about it, that I know where I'm reaching there, and I had to, if I want to survive, I need to continue paddling as much as I can and move on, and don't give up. There is no point in giving up. There was options for me at many times that I could give up and they would pick me up from there and they will bring me to the destination. But then what was the fun if I would give up so easily? I did give up in my one of my trial run in Bolton about 3 weeks ago. I went for a trial run, and it was, though it was I went 65 number. I had always, I mean, once in my lifetime I had done was 65 kilometers. So going for 75 was also not that easy. And I gave up at 45 kilometers that day. And I told them, sorry, I can't do it. Please help me pick me up from here. They did pick me up. And I was embarrassed, but I was not ashamed. I was feeling that failure. But as I have told you all, that failure is better than giving up. Failure is, that means that you have tried. There are a lot of people who don't even try. So that's what I've learned from this experience, and that's what I thought I should uh, share with you. If you guys have anything else to share with me, but it was something for me to learn and to explain to you that there will be ups and downs in our business, in our life, in everything we do day to day. There will always be ups and downs. Don't give up. You will see the eventual result, and you will be amazed at how and where you have been. I am so glad that I have so many people who love me, and they care for me. They were with me till my finish line, and that gave me that energy to go. And how did I get that love and care from every one of you? Is that I also gave you that love unconditionally. So what does it teach us? That we don't expect things from others. We start giving, and that giving automatically makes you receive a lot of blessings in abundance, whether it's a business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your job, or whatever you do. You have to start learning to give without thinking about it. What am I going to get it back? And that's the essence of success. And I literally, I cried. I don't know if any, I don't know if you got to see my finish line video. At the end, I was in tears. I was crying because I did not know how I managed to finish that. I had never done more than 65 kilometers in my life, and I completed on the first day 113 kilometers, and second day was almost 127 kilometers that day I did on the second day.
Wow.
But
That's amazing.
that, yeah. So it was not just my efforts, it was every one of you who supported me throughout that. So my thanks to everyone who did support me. But this was a learning lesson for us to gain from that. Yes, everything is possible. Anybody has to say anything? Can you hear me? Sorry, Mujahid. My computer froze. I didn't hear what you said. Absolutely, yes. That's what I said. If you fail for the attempt you have done, you are better than the people who don't even try. So that's the important thing is that yes, you need to believe in yourself first. That yes, there is possibility. If I do something, there will be a result. The result could be positive or negative. But if you don't do anything, the result is never positive. How can a result be positive when you don't put even your efforts? So first of all is believing in yourself that yes, I am doing it, and I know that the end result will be there, and it will be definitely something better than what I'm doing at this time, which is doing nothing about it. So you need to make sure that you do your job every single day in a way that it will bring you some business. That's all. And for that, the most important thing in our business is prospecting calls. The most important thing is that making those calls every single day, whether you do it by door knocking or doing by phone calls. The phone calls need to be done to people who you don't know, to the maximum of 60 to 70 calls every single day, 5 days a week minimum, or 6 days if possible. And then you need to contact people you know. Those people who you know should get your call every 90 days. Every 90 days, every one of them should get a call. And I know a lot of time people tell me that we don't have so many people in our contact list. And I can challenge you, if you have been in this country for more than 3 years, you should at least have 50 to 70 people in your contact minimum, or more than that, but minimum 50 to 70 people you should have in your contact. And if you try to contact those, anything in Nazli?
Yeah, I'm just interrupting you because I don't know about everybody else, but in my cultures and country that I've been dealing with, I was at a meeting yesterday with the family, and they're all like, oh, we're registering for real estate, or they already have a license. So when I was trying to approach, they're like, oh, we already have it, we're doing it, or family member, another person does it. I couldn't say anything. I just congratulate them. But I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so from 100 people that I know, I would tell you 80% of them, they already either have mortgage license, or they have real estate license, or they have close family, like son, daughters, or brother, sister, that obviously they're not going to come to me. Then
Yes,
if
they
it's
will
a
never
friend,
come to
they
you.
might come, but if it's a brother, sister, why would I give the business to somebody else that they can do the family or themselves?
If it is themselves, that's a different case. But if it is for their brothers, sisters, daughter, son, it is possible you can still get the business. And I'll tell you why. I have my own sister who had sold the house with somebody else. I have 4 realtors in my family: myself, my son, and 2 of my brother. They are directly, and 1 of my brother-in-law, 5 members in fact. And my sister still ended up buying and selling home from another realtor. Do I have to feel bad? It doesn't have to be feel bad. Why did she do that? She had her 5 people in the family, but she still gave a business to somebody else. If she
Yeah,
can
because she
give
doesn't
that,
want to make it personal. Like if she would give it to you, the other brothers is gonna get upset. So that's why they will pass
no,
it on
that's
to.
not the case. That's not the case. Because the reason, if you look at it from that perspective, you tell me now. I'm going to ask you. You have your brother or your sister in the business real estate, and I approach you. Let us do a call. Let us do a role play on that one and see how things will be different. So you know me. Let's do a role play. You know me as a friend, okay? And I'm going to call you for business, and you tell me that you have your sister in as a realtor, and see how I reacted. Let's do that and see how things will be different.
Okay.
But that is one thing. We'll play this, and then I'll explain to you that it doesn't even matter if that person is not. If you, in the end of that call, you still do not want to give me business, it's fine with me. I will just take you off my list. That's all. I'm not going to call you again once that do. But be natural. See, you said you had 80% people refuse, but you still have 20% people who would do the business for you. Why do we want to keep those 80% in our database when they are not willing to give you business? Just take them off from that list. But you have another 20% people, you should call them every 90 days. Still they tell you that, sorry, we don't want you to call us. We have our own son, we want to do business with him, or we have our own sister or brother, we want to do business with them. At that time, you can take them off your list. You can still build up your database by calling people who you don't know. So let's try and make this practice call now. So I know you very well as a friend or whatever, and then you have your sister who is a realtor in business. Okay, let's make this call. Is everybody on with me? Anybody, Sean? I haven't